In the previous video, we have learned the properties of addition of integers. In this video, we shall learn the properties of subtraction. Alright. The very first property that you need to learn is the closure property. If you remember, in additions also we have learned this property, closure property. Now what does it say? It says if we subtract any two integers, let's say a is an integer and b is an integer, if we subtract this integer, we will also get an integer. Okay, for example, let's say I am subtracting 10 minus 2. 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 is an integer. Let's say I am subtracting 5 minus 7. 5 minus 7 is minus 2. That is also an integer, isn't it? So if we subtract any two integers, we also get an integer. This is property 1, that is the closure property. Now let's go to property 2. Now this is very important. Please observe. Now let's say I am taking a integer 10. Now if I subtract 0 from this 10, I will get what? 10 only. Same, isn't it? But if I subtract this 10 from 0, I will get minus 10. Okay, but coming to addition part, if I do addition, 10 plus 0 is 0 and 0 plus 10 is also 10 plus 0 is 10. I'm sorry, 0 plus 10 is also 10. In both the cases I have 10, but here I have 10 and minus 10. So if you recall, 0 was called what? Additive identity, isn't it? Because in both the cases you will get 10. Here I cannot say 0 is just identity for subtraction, because first case I am getting 10, second case I am getting minus 10. I am going to consider this one only. Now in this case, 0 is in the right side or left side? 0 is in the right side. So here your 0 will be called right identity for subtraction. I hope I am clear. In case of addition, 0 is the identity, right and left both. But in case of subtraction, 0 is the right identity. You should understand this concept. Let's go to property 3 now. The property 3 is very interesting. Suppose you have a 10 is greater than 5, isn't it? We all know. Now if I subtract 3 from both sides, I'll get 7 and 2. 7 is again greater than 2, isn't it? So this sign remains the same. So in general, if I try to write, normally likhe bole chesta karo, if A is greater than B, then A minus C is also greater than B minus C. Okay, this is property 3. Let's go to property 4, commutative. Do you recall what is commutative while you studied addition? A plus B is always B plus A. But if I have 10 minus 6, is it equal to 6 minus 10? 10 minus 6 is 4. 6 minus 10 is minus 4. They are not equal, isn't it? They are not equal. That means property 4 is the subtraction does not follow commutation rule. That means commutative rule. That means A plus B is not equal to, sorry, this is wrong. A minus B is not equal to B minus A. This is property 4. Okay. Now let's go to last one, property 5. Property 5 is the property of associativity. While you study addition, we learned the property of associativity. Associativity says A plus B plus C is always equal to A plus B plus C. You can change the bracket. However, A minus B minus C is never equal to A minus B minus C. Let me give an example. 10 minus 30 minus 20. On this side, if I take 10 minus 30 40 minus 20. So what will be the result this side? 0. What will be the result this side? Minus 40. See, they are not equal, isn't it? So what you have to understand is that subtraction does not follow commutative rule and associativity rule. Addition follows commutative and associative rule. Okay, and in case of addition, 0 is the identity, additive identity, but in case of subtraction, 0 is the right identity, not the left identity. All right, so these are the 4 properties of subtraction. Next video we will learn the properties of multiplication of integers.